Hello guys! Firstly, I want to tell you something. I don't want to be hasty in my consideration because there are a lot of things we must keep in mind. For example, in some countries like Brazil, many hardware products are heavily taxed. So a steering wheel which costs, for example, $300 in USA, it will cost even 50% more in these countries. For that reason, some companies decided to help these sim racers who live in these heavily taxed countries, or help people who can't just afford a medium-range steering wheel. So, the other day I received this package. Let's see what's inside. This is the PXN V32, one of the cheapest steering wheel on the market. I found it on Amazon for $90. In Europe costs less than 100 euros. The package is very light, almost 2 kilos and a half. So, let's see what's inside of the box. You have a manual in Chinese and English, another manual in Chinese and English, the steering wheel, a device to fix the steering wheel to the table, an USB cable, and the pedals. It says, "Dear gamer, first off, thank you for choosing PXN gaming equipment. At PXN our number one priority is meeting the needs of the gamer, that's why you're reading this. We want to make sure you are happy with purchase. If you have any suggestion, feedback or questions, please get in touch using the email address below and we have back to you ASAP." And blah 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 blah. So, the first impression about the customer service seems good. And it's something we often underestimate. Talking about materials used for the wheel, here we see the reason why the package was pretty light. Forget about metal. Everything is made of plastic or rubber. Anyway, for a cheap steering wheel we assume we can't expect expensive materials. But I really didn't expect the 180 degrees rotation. Very far away from what we are used to see in other steering wheels. Pedals are very compact and light. There is no rubber on the two pedals. Everything is in plastic. You can use them safely with socks if you want. But I'm a bit perplexed about the grip under the pedals. Not sure if the little rubber elements under the pedals are enough to block. I suggest you to study a better solution to fix them better, otherwise they'll move while driving. The steering wheel is easy to install on a table and the system is pretty solid. The steering wheel doesn't move at all while using it. At this point, let's see the most important part. How does it feel? As I told you before, the bad part is the steering degree is just 180 degrees, so you have a very low precision. Even if, I must admit, it's still better than driving with controller. The steering wheel diameter is decent, 26 centimeters, basically almost the same of the G29 from Logitech. What's about the force feedback? Simple, it doesn't have it. Yep, you understood it right. This explains even more why the package was very light. But yes, the steering wheel returns to the central position while steering, but thanks to the spring return. And in few words, what does it mean? It means you can't feel the weight transfer, the grip level of the wheels, and the oversteer and understeer. Anyway, the V32 features vibration, not supported on Assetto Corsa but on other games such Project Cars 3. The steering wheel vibrates when you touch an opponent, when you pass over curbs, and on impacts. In that way, you have a sufficient level of information under your hands. Input lag is present, more in some games, less in other games, but nothing too serious. It doesn't ruin the game experience. And the pedals? Modularity and precision are okay in game. You can modulate throttle and brake pedal pretty well. The grip is okay on your shoes, and I tested even on socks. It does its work nicely. There is no difference in terms of stiffness between brake pedal and throttle pedal. Both are light and easy to press. But as I told you before, you have to study a way to fix the pedal to the floor, to avoid moving them while using them. The pedal travel is normal, but considering pedals go parallel to the floor when you fully push them, they aren't quite comfortable. For that reason, I suggest to study a way to put the pedals in an inclined position. In that way, you need less efforts to fully push the pedals. The PXN V32 is a steering wheel made for people who can't spend or don't want to spend money on sim racing. The steering wheel and pedals are very compact, light and easy to transport in a bag, so it's very practical for traveling. Surely it's better solution than controller. It's perfect gift for kids under 10 years old. It's extremely easy to mount and install. The customer service seems nice and open. For the bad points, I will put at the first place the 180-degree rotation, very low, even for this price tag. Then the lack of force feedback, but considering the product, I would expect that. You need to study a system to fix the pedal to the floor and put them to an inclined position to find a comfortable position. The lack of metallic parts, but once again it's legit to expect that considering the low price. For all that reasons, it isn't adapted for competitive racing, but just for casual racing. My conclusion is the steering wheel mustn't be denigrated. Let's keep in mind the price tag and its purpose. If you play arcade games and you want something more than a controller, this steering wheel is perfect, really. But if you want to play real sim racing on fuel simulation, I suggest you to think about it and see if it's better to buy a unused Thrustmaster or unused Logitech. But both could be more expensive than the V32, even if used. So, if you have just $90 or 90 euros to spend and you're tired to play your favorite arcade or sim arcade racing game with controller, this steering wheel could be the right choice for you. But remember, don't pretend too much from it. If you want a real entry-level brand new steering wheel, you must be spend at least $150 or 150 euros. And that's my honest opinion about it. Well, I hope this review has been useful for you. See you in the next video!